Alright, so I'm hoping the audio is good today. Today's day 2. I think this whole making videos every day is possible. Relatively possible. So I kind of struggled today with actually setting up what I want to talk about. And I know it's only been one day. Today's day 2. And I'm struggling. Okay. But what I did want to talk about as I was walking over here, super sunny, I wanted to talk about the fact that we idealize YouTube mentors. And what I mean by that, these people like, I think the perfect example is Elliott Hulse. Elliott Hulse seems to be this person that a lot of people looked up to, including myself. And they take their word as gospel. They take these YouTubers just because they possibly are successful, maybe they're not, at least on the upfront with their Instagrams or their YouTubes, they're successful. And we come from this culture where we almost idealize and worship these idols that we just find on YouTube, and everything they say is golden, without actually testing out and being critical of their ideas. The reason I brought up Elliott Hulse was, I think a lot of people, they look at his perspective in the past about lifting. Oh, I liked the Elliott Hulse that just did lifting videos. That's the quote everybody says. But he's always been about like life advice, life evidence, things like that. And now he's kind of shifted it towards male empowerment and the men's movement, which is neither here nor there. But just simply because you enjoyed his videos from the past, you don't have to follow his perspective now. And I think for the most part people aren't. That being said, I'm sure a lot of people have seen that program where I think you spend like $2,000 and it's basically a retreat where it's like a masculine retreat. I mean, at the end of the day, it's basically a yoga retreat with I think he was calling it bioenergetics. That's the marketing term. And then when you kind of realize that a lot of these advice gurus, they're following the exact same, well, not, I wouldn't say exact same, they're following a business model, because it is a business for the most part. You look at Kino Body, everything is just Kino this, Kino that, and it's just a simple brand. And I'm not saying it's a negative thing at all. I'm just saying you do have to be aware of it. And the reason you have to be aware of it is just simply because if you're not aware of it, you're not being critical of anything. And I think a lot of these business owners, they'll say, hey, be critical of it. And I think you should. I think honestly you should be critical of what products you're ingesting or what perspectives they're sort of portraying. And you need to be your own person at the end of the day. And I think this long-winded sort of conversation that I'm having with myself right now, it really comes down to the fact that you need to be your own person. You can't just blindly follow YouTubers or Instagram videos or gurus or teachers. Whether that be, because at the end of the day, that's just religion. You're following this almost like religious indoctrination of, oh, I'm going to simply follow this one person because he said so. And it's almost this I don't know who came up with it. It might be Sigmund Freud, but he came up with this idea that we really just want a father figure in our lives. Everybody wants it. That's kind of why the reason why we come up with this idea of God. I don't necessarily know if I believe in that we simply have an idea of God simply because of we want a father figure in our lives. But like I said, that's neither here nor there. Really the point of this video is to tell you that you should be critical of everything, and not to the point where you're like, oh, I'm just not gonna do it. Fuck that shit. That shit's even worse. That shit contradicts what I said in the past video. Instead, what you should be doing, try it, see if it fucking works. See if it fucking works for you. And also, one tip might work for one person, it might work for that YouTuber. But is it really working for you? And give it an honest shot too. Give it 2-3 weeks. Obviously, it depends on the sort of advice. Some advice works instantly. Some advice, test it out. Some advice will take 6 months, But if you don't know what works for you, don't be critical. Don't be instantly negative because you're not testing it out. Get the advice, test it out for a respectable amount of time, see if it works, come to your conclusion. Be your own person. Done.